Okay, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. We're going to explore a seated meditation on the breath, awareness of the breath. This practice is considered kind of the middle. So there are kind of some extremes in meditation, from very esoteric, kind of astral travel, exciting chakra stuff, to very rigorous Zen meditation with some severe discipline. So this one's in the middle. Our intention is to stay present. We're going to focus on the sensation of breath, and that's pretty much the practice. So we're really building. Ultimately, meditation becomes a deeper practice. In the beginning, we're really cultivating focused awareness. We're creating concentration. So as we explore this practice on the breath tonight, we'll see the mind wander away, that it does for all of us, and then our intention is we're going to bring it back to the sensation, the felt sense of the breath. So we're not creating anything, we're not, there's no series of pieces to the practice. It's one simple act of focusing on the sensation of breath. So you might, in the beginning, sometimes I'll wet my upper lip for the first time and take a few deep breaths in and out through the nostrils. And you might feel on that movement of breath, there's a cool sensation on the way in and a bit of a warmth on the way out. So that could be your focus point. There's two of them that I'll show you, and you'll pick one of the two. So you might let that one drop away, and then for a couple of moments now you're going to take some breaths into the chest. Maybe a few deeper ones to begin with. And feel the sensation of breath in the chest wall. Maybe against the clothes, maybe against the abdomen. So you pick an area of sensation that anchors your awareness. So it could be the nostril opening. Sometimes that's a little bit subtle. Or it might be the sensation of breath in the chest. And you'll pick one or the other. And then you'll stay with that one for this practice. Now, there's volumes written about meditation, and to be brief, what we know is in the beginning we're developing awareness, and what you'll explore and understand as you practice is the mind can't stop. It just keeps going. That's the nature of mind, and that's one of the first pieces of developing a meditation practice. Is at some point it's even comical at some point to just realize, oh my gosh, I can't stop my mind. So, and we're all working with that. So, and our intention is to just keep coming back to the sensation of breath each time it wanders away. Eventually, as our practice deepens, we'll see there's a deeper element to meditation, which is the witness itself, that we are watching ourselves in this practice of meditation. There's a felt sense of something larger going on here. But in the beginning, for many of us, especially the multitasking mind that many of us are indoctrinated into, it's enough just to practice focusing on the breath. And that serves us so well off the meditation cushion in your day, to begin to not be as scattered or be drawn away by the mind and actually stay one-pointed in your awareness in whatever your task is. So great benefit there. It's also said there are ways that the mind wanders away. The classics are attraction or aversion. So you'll even see as the mind interrupts your meditation, it's thinking about something it likes, it's trying to push away something it doesn't like to think about. Sometimes it's falling asleep. You'll be kind of dozing. That happens. Sometimes that means you need a nap. Another way is restlessness. You'll just have that itch on your leg that you just keep coming back to, and at some point you have to recognize, okay, I'm going to let that go and stay with the sensation of breath, because it is a form of distraction that the ego mind is creating. And then one of the last ways that you'll see the mind distract you is what's called doubt, which is quite interesting. At a certain point, the mind will say, this meditation isn't working. You know, I should go try another practice. I need to do something else, or a different form of meditation. And that actually means that it is working. And that's a kind of a later state when the mind shows up with that little story. So, you know, you'll be exploring those. You don't need to think about those. We don't need more thoughts. Just an awareness, a context that that's kind of what the mind is up to. Okay? And again, there's more that we could say, but I think instead we should practice. So we're going to do two 15-minute sections. We'll break after 15 minutes and just do a brief check-in, see how that's going, what you noticed, and then we'll settle in again and do another 15 minutes. And it's always interesting to see how the two compare. Every meditation seems different for me, the quality. Okay, so you might get comfortable. You make the last little wiggle waggle, and I'm seated on a cushion with some blocks underneath my knees. You could be in a chair. You could be, you could be seated on the floor after your yoga practice. However you are oriented in the body, but you want to be steady and comfortable here. You want to be seated and comfortably in a way to go into this inquiry on the awareness of breath. So lying down doesn't necessarily work because it's easy to doze off. So somehow creating an upright energy body that's awake and aware and intending to meditate. And then you can take a few deeper breaths here. I always do that in the beginning, and that's kind of a nice, just to get some breath going, but also that I can anchor my awareness on the breath. So it's either at the nostril opening, right on the upper lip there, or the sensation in my chest. So those few conscious deeper breaths bring me present to that sensation. So I'm present to what's actually happening. And then we'll settle in. So we'll be here for 15 minutes. And each time the mind wanders, which it will, come back to notice the breath.